Let's get this show on the road. Holla ballers and a brofist to you all! Getting the usual stuff out of the way. We have much to discuss, of course, and I have a brief amount of time. I wasn't going to do the daily today. I didn't feel like it. First time ever. I haven't felt like doing something yesterday. I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like making a video today, but I did. I didn't feel like doing a daily today, but I'm here. And it's because of you guys. It is absolutely 100% because of you guys. My throat is, of course, still raw. It got rawer today. And let's talk about some jazz. Yesterday was quite an emotional day for me. I did something I almost swore I would never do when we started this YouTube channel. Less than a year ago, but only just less than a year. It is, of course, our 1 year anniversary in about 20 days. I openly said, I am in trouble. I basically said, we are fucked. Amazing how things can change in just a few days. On Wednesday, what day are we on? No, Tuesday evening, I was okayed that we were going to Gamescom. Everything was fine and dandy. Everything was perfect and going really well. I was living off my savings because our first YouTube payment was quite poor. I expected that a little bit. I did. It's happened with our last partner. The first months are always a bit weird, and then next month should be fine. So we were living off my savings, but we had money. Everything was okay. And then I got the okay that I, Mighty Preach, would be sitting down with the developers of World of Warcraft's raids and dungeons, the PvE side of thing. I would be sitting down with them at a table to discuss my thoughts on how WoW could be improved and how they were going to do things and maybe offer some advice if it was accepted. Fucking awesome considering what I do for my channel. That was fantastic. And then of course Wednesday rolled around, and on Wednesday I not only ended up in court and having to be suited and booted and defending myself against a mistake that was not my own, and then having to fork out every last penny I owned to pay for this mistake, which I had nothing to do with and was completely somebody else's fault, which was disastrous. So I walked home because I don't have a car at the moment. I returned my company vehicle. I walked home dejected, and then I had to do something horrible around 4 PM yesterday, which is 1 hour before this show goes live. 1 hour before I take to the camera and try and entertain you in some way, because that's what you want me to do and that's what I enjoy to do. It's a very, very good marriage of things. I want to entertain you in some way and educate you in some way. You coming in? Oh. I had to call my best friend of over a decade, a friend who started this channel with me, and tell him, you have to go away a second, go on me. Ooh. He was working, so I had to contact him via SMS, and this is what I said to him. I said, hell of a day. I was in court today due to a busted tax bill, and long and short of the tale is we won't be going to Germany, which we'd all been looking forward to immensely. It was sort of the culmination of everything we've been doing for the last 12 months. And bear with me. Technical issues, Ben. You can't eat my camera. You can't eat my camera. Go out. You know, you're trying to tell a cool story which has a little bit of emotion behind it, and then suddenly there's a dog trying to hump your camera. And I said to him, we won't be going to Germany. We can't afford it. There's nothing we can do. We're fucked, basically. And I had to tell him before it went public, before I spoke to you people. I had to go and do that, which was a horrific thing to do, especially by text. Texting your best friend who's booked time off his own work in order to do this. It wasn't easy to organise Gamescom in the first place. Ghost had no holidays remaining. We had to do a lot of fidgeting around, or he did. He had to sacrifice some stuff. And then tell him we're not going, we don't have the money. What a horrible, horrible day. And then I decided I will do the daily, and the words I used in the text message, I'll put the picture on Facebook, was, unless something miraculous happens, we aren't going. And then he replied saying, he would help, but we don't have any money. And I was like, I know we don't have any money, that's the situation. And then something miraculous happened. I did the daily. I explained the situation as honestly I could do. I went against what I believe a YouTuber should do, because it's my choice to start doing something like this full time. It's the risk I take. But it was either that or we had to stop dead completely in our tracks. Boof! End of Mike Preach WoW as we know it. Not only Gamescom, the end of everything. I would have to go out and source money from somewhere. I'd have to get a different job, something probably I wouldn't enjoy. So all that went on yesterday. And during the show, straight after, my PayPal started popping up on my phone with like 1 donation and 2 donations and 3 donations and 4 donations. So I text Ghost saying, dude, my PayPal is going crazy. I've just had 4 donations. And I was like, and then it slowed down, and then it stopped, slowed down and stopped. And I was like, okay. We always agreed that we would return the money if we couldn't meet our goal. And I went to bed relatively early, very depressed. Not like me at all. I was like, oh, you know, I just want to go to sleep, wake up tomorrow. And then I awoke today on this wonderful, wonderful day. And yesterday it was raining. Today the sun is beaming. Irony? I don't know. Weird? Definitely. Reading too much into it? Certainly. But the sun was shining, the sun was beaming, and I checked my phone and my PayPal list was longer than my phone screen, including a donation that was so ridiculously generous that in tribute to that person, who knows who he is, we will be naming a primary character of the story I am writing after him. And speaking to him after the show, I think he was overly generous. I would like to return something back. And it continued throughout the day, and we essentially met our goal in 1 day. In 1 day, we met our goal. Yesterday, I was in a very distressed talk with Emma, who sort of is going to be looking after the business side of Mike Preach Well. And she was, as you know, the situation was we had 3 days to resolve the situation. What are we going to do? And you guys did it, and I have no idea how to express that. For somebody who talks for a living, I speak to you for a living, I have absolutely no idea how to express that without sort of being an emotional non-baller and sort of bawling. Watching it happen was very surreal. It's sort of an unusual feeling to watch people from who I don't know. I put up as many pictures as possible of the ballers I could get in this time and fit them on the screen, obviously. And all these people here. And this, for me, is huge effort. I understand that. It's huge effort because you just watch videos on the internet. There's 15,000 plus people who watch my videos on the internet. That's it. And then I ask them to go the extra mile. Do you want to send me a photograph? That's a lot of effort from a random YouTube channel. Do you want to be on my game show? Do you want to speak to me directly? It's a lot of effort. And then this happens. And you kind of look at it happening and you can't take it in. It makes no sense. And in contrast to this, Emma has never really believed in what I do as being something worthwhile. She only saw it as something that was distracting me from maybe time doing other things. And she couldn't believe it either, to the point where I just had to leave my phone. I was like, I can't watch this happen. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what to do. Should I do it daily? Should I just speak on here and go, thank you, thank you, thank you? Or should I be doing what? And I don't know what to do. I don't know. Other than to say thank you for pulling my essential life out of the shit as it was and reaffirming that what I do is worthwhile, and also sort of showing Emma that what I do is worthwhile and not just a way of trying to dodge work, as she might see it as somebody who sticks to the standard spectrum of what a working life should be, a job you don't particularly like but pays the bills. I say no to that. I say I want to do what I enjoy. I think I can do well at it. I want to do this. And there's thousands of people around the world who are telling me to do it. And then to see it happen and see it in a tangible format is ridiculous. Ultimately, I will be going to Gamescom. Ghost will be going to Gamescom. Stefan will be going to Gamescom. And Emma will be going to Gamescom. And we will not let you down. I will be sitting with Blizzard. I will be talking to them. And we will be continuing on. There's a few things. One, to that particular person, we will be naming a character after you. And I will speak to you. And I'm looking forward to just sitting down with you and getting to know the guy behind the Brofist, which is, I can see it on here, and understanding that guy. To the other people, we considered what to do. We had around 50 or 60 donations, and the really humbling part is the guys who sent sort of course the people who sent more than this are the guys who've made it happen in terms of a monetary value. It's also the guys who sent $5 or £5. We got so many people of those 50 or 60 the vast majority were like, dude, I don't have much money, but I just want you to carry on. I want you to go to Germany. You deserve it. And the guys who sent us $5 and said, look, I can't do much else, but get yourself a beer. Even if you don't go to Gamescom, get yourself a beer. That is amazing. It's $5. And it's like, that's what I can afford. That's all I have. But come on, just make it happen for us. And we fucking will. We will not let you down. We fucking won't. Ghost is texting me. What a fool. Dickless. It's just, and that is the most... It's unbelievable to see that. It's like, here's $5. Just do something with it. Make it happen. And we will. We absolutely will. What are we going to do for you guys? Okay, the Way of the Warrior 2. Obviously, I put up the teaser today. Some of you spotted the date. Let's go to some fun stuff. Fucking hell, before I get all sort of choky uppy and a complete lame ass. I think that video was capped out on its views for today, hasn't it? Has it hit the 300 mark? I'm sure most of you have seen it by now. I hid the date in the video, and only some of you saw it. I was waiting to see if you catched it. In funny stories, I told Ghost that the date was in there, and he couldn't find it. He couldn't find it at all. He thought I was trolling him. He couldn't find it fucking anywhere. Fucking loser. And he kept texting me back saying, nope. And I even told him where the date is. I said, I've hid it in the video. It's pretty obvious, though. Can you? And he said, no, you're lying. You're full of shit. You're trolling me. I'm like, no, the fucking thing's there. And you guys saw it. Explanation for that, first of all. Why is it on the December 2012? It seems a long way away, doesn't it, right? Purely because I'm starting from scratch. Do you know I actually deleted my PvP trinket? 25 minutes I was looking for my PvP trinket in my bank. And I'm like, why would I have deleted my PvP trinket? I can't imagine why I would do that. I totally did. So I was like, I'm starting from a place where I don't have a PvP trinket. Which is quite embarrassing, to say the least, is to be starting from that place. And also the arena season will probably end soon in Cataclysm because all the 5.04 talents are coming, probably in about 4 weeks. So I can't get any decent players. Probably not before then. I don't even have an arena team, although I think I know who my partners will be. I would like to have some old faces return. I haven't spoke to Elfie yet. I play with Elfie now. He's actually Elfie from the PvP. Ooh, what is the Way of the Warrior? What a great place to start, Preach, you massive retard. Oh my god, I'm such a dribbler. I'm droning on because of all this crazy shit today. My mind is in bits. I'm spaghettified. I'm absolute liquid sperm running through my brain. What is the Way of the Warrior? The Way of the Warrior was the most successful video I've ever made, ever. And I made it during the Burning Crusade. It's years old. It got over 750,000 views. One video has something like 500,000 views, and then somebody re-uploaded it, and it got another 200 to 300,000 views. It's insane. It went massively like wildfire. It was incredibly popular. It had like 4.9 out of 5 rating. I have no idea why that happened, and it was massively daunting. It was like carrying this burden. For nearly 2 years after that, people were logging the server to speak to me to say, can you make another video? How do I beat that? How do I beat that? So the Way of the Warrior is a PvP video, which features me and Ghost doing commentary over me PvPing when I really, really was into PvP and very much enjoyed it. After that video, I never PvP'd again. That video nearly killed me in terms of my outside world. It took me 6.5 months to create that video. And that's how long it took. And that was mostly editing. I didn't know how to edit. It was my first video ever. I didn't fucking know what to do. So it took me so long to create. The Way of the Warrior 2 was something I put off. And yes, one reason was I had no interest in PvP and hadn't for a very, very long time. Although Ghost has been recently, ironically, sort of edging me back into trying it out and doing something. And I do have that little bug feeling here of getting back into the PvP scene. I have had for a little while. But creating the Way of the Warrior 2, I almost fear it. I don't fear much. I feared recreating the Way of the Warrior. Purely because how do I possibly contend with the first one? How do I contend with something that got nearly 1 million views? How do I contend with that? Sure, on YouTube you'll see videos hit 1 million views after a couple of days. That's after years of growing a channel, years of established content, years of dedication, and years of building a subscriber base, which probably goes into the millions in itself. I'm nowhere near there yet. Yet, being the operative word. It terrifies me to start doing it. It really does. It terrifies me to start doing it more than actually PvPing than anything like that. This is a nice thing to force me to do it. It's going to be in December 31st. It will be your New Year's Day gift from us and from me. It's going to take the whole team to create that. So if the team is watching, you're going to be involved. You are going to be involved. Somewhere down the line, you're going to be involved. So this is the spur. It's sometimes you need that kick up the arse to face your fear. My fear is recreating The Way of the Warrior 2 and it just being a piece of shit in comparison to the first one. It's like, well, it wasn't as good as the first one. That is a definite fear. Being very anticlimactic. So I will do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. It will, of course, be Mist of Pandaria based. I'm going to do some PvP now. I'll probably PvP with you guys to just get back into the swing of things. After 3 BGs, I was constantly top of the kills and damage and flag carrying all that after 3 or 4 BGs. I definitely started to pick up the swing of it again. Lol at Feral Druids already. Here comes the wine. The wine after 4 BGs. Fucking Feral Druids. In bear farm? What? What is that? Are you fucking kidding me? Who designed that? Who thought that was okay? Like, you're just whacking the way that I'm like tunneling into them with 12k fucking DPS on the PvP, and they're like, yeah, I just don't care. My health is going up while I'm killing you. Oh, fucking hell. Oh my god. Yeah, that was retarded. Fucking Feral Druids need a slap, man. Whoever did that. Feral Druids need a slap. So The Way of the Warrior 2 will be a Mist of Pandaria video. I'm going to get into it now. I might even shoot some scenes now in the old world. The Way of the Warrior is a movie. The original one was 45 minutes long. I can't see the second one being any shorter than that. But it was a fully interactive movie. Hopefully it's going to be equally as good. So don't worry about the guys who are saying I'm forcing myself to do it because of the fundraiser. That's not really the thing. The guys want it. I fear doing it. You guys have supported me. Let's fucking fight that fear and let's get on with it. Let's get it done. For the other guys, I did obviously say that I would have 2-hour individual training sessions with you guys. I will do that. I will contact you shortly. I will say for everybody who donated to us over the last couple of days and anybody who's still donating to us now, make sure your home address on your emails is correct. Because Emma came up with an idea for something. I'm fully on board with it. It's an inexpensive answer. I could possibly do training sessions for everybody. That would take me probably about, let's say we had 50 to 60. So that's like 100 hours of training sessions. That's a lot to ask. I will do as many as I can. What I might do is just an ongoing process from this where the workshops are actually more interactive and I'll work with you and see how many we can get through. That's something along those lines. But overall, everybody will get something from me and Emma and Ghost and Steph as a return plight. Some very inexpensive. Don't expect some gold bars or anything like that. But just make sure your addresses are correct. That's about as much as I can say. Sorry, my throat is gone. Okay. Why not group classes for them or anything like that? Purely because I want the one-on-one time with you guys. It's not a group thing that happened. Although it's a group of ballers who contributed to us. It was an individual decision to help us. So it will be an individual reply to those guys who did that. And it doesn't matter if you donated $50 or you donated $5. It's irrelevant. You will be getting some sort of contact from me and the team in the near future. That will be happening. Probably after Germany. I need to focus on Germany now and get that sorted and get it sweet. I wanted to read this. I'm going to do a couple of questions in the usual Daily Preach style. I do have to leave my home in the next 25 minutes for puppy class of all the retarded things, but it just happened to fall today. These are the kind... I usually focus on the shit. I usually focus on the things that make me laugh, like the shitty comments that make me laugh because they're so weak sauce and fail. This is the kind of stuff I get reasonably regularly, but this is the stuff I read to myself and I kind of take this stuff in. I'm not going to say his name, but he's told me a story, so I'm going to tell you a story. You enjoy your stories. What's up, Preach? I'll try and make this short, but try and read it all. I did. Been watching the channel grow and progress since your first assassination rogue guide, and to be honest, at first I only liked the vids because of your energy and it was funny. The advice and content was useless. About a year ago, I was raiding with a nobody guild, pulling top DPS on my mage, rogue, warrior, any class I felt like pulling out and poning the noobs regardless of gear set. In my mind, I was the greatest. Nothing could beat me. I was the shit. Being an arsehole to anyone that couldn't keep up. I'll save the details, but basically I got kicked from that guild for being such an arse during one raid. And by chance, this was only about a few days before you made the video including info about your WoW past and what a shit you were back in the day. That's story time with Preach Part 2, which was very difficult for me to do, by the way. No one really appreciates how difficult it is to sort of explain how much of an asshole you are. It woke me the fuck up. It reminded me that this is a game, and in life people and players are either teachers, students, or assholes. And I had turned into the asshole, the useless, big ego stroking asshole. To say the least, I was very taken aback. That night I went through all of your videos and took in every word, took some notes, and learned everything I could possibly ever grasp from your guides and videos. And I started my journey. Since then, Dragon Soul has been released, and I've applied and been accepted to 2 guilds with your help, the Joining a Guild video. In the first, on my rogue, I pushed top 10 world numbers on many fights. Numbers I was not even close to capable of before I woke the hell up. But the point is, I honestly didn't know about my World of Logs ranking until Dragon Soul was coming to a close this week. And was so switching guilds. Not bad blood, we just had 15 people for a 10-man and few of us felt the need to move on. Looking for a past post. Looking for a past to post, and simply it was because I didn't care about even the numbers. I was just having fun. Doing my best and teaching. Every night of the week I was on Skype or Vent, teaching and helping guildies and randoms alike learn their class, learn to do top DPS and not be at the bottom. All classes but the warrior, sent them to you first out of respect. And with this newfound mentality I've been happier, loved this game even more than ever, been promoted at my new job to a supervisor because of my recent change in attitude. Anyways, in my new guild, we are 7 out of 8 hard mode. I applied and posted my rogue numbers and a note explaining I would be re-rolling Hunter, the only class I haven't raided with. About an hour later I was in mumble with the GM, as she was trying to convince me to bring my rogue instead. But I explained that the Hunter was my class, I've played with them all, and this is the one I enjoy the most. I want to play Mists, therefore I want to start now. And she eventually gave in. And after just over a week in the guild on a tune that has 2 days, 6 hours played, I was 2nd DPS in item level 385 gear on their first ever hard mode Deathwing kill. A feat I can only attribute to you, my friend. In short, my guild has ties to the server powerhouse as well as Vodka, the US powerhouse. Already making friends in both guilds, I'm hoping to move to both in the future in an attempt to achieve my full potential. But to wrap up my story, I woke up about 5 AM this morning to your daily preach, as I do every morning to the news, and not being able to go to Germany. Brought a tear to my eye, brother. Just did my donation. If you need any more help, please let me know, preach. After all, my promotion at work, I believe, was sparked by your words. You can't put a price tag on this kind of thing. Good luck and keep doing what you're doing. You can obviously see why I can't read that stuff every single day.
He wants to say hello.
Ben's already said hello. Can you take him with you? Because he keeps knocking the camera.
Come on, Ben.
You can obviously see why I can't read that kind of stuff every day, but not to say that isn't the first time I've had somebody say they've excelled somewhere else outside of the game, because of the mentality I try to put into you is to be more than just one of the guys. Be more than just the DPS. Be more than just the tank. Be more than just the healer. It doesn't matter if you're the best. I am not the best. I tell you that in every single video. I'm not the best. I'm no longer going to be the best in the near future. I probably won't be. I'm just not as fast as I used to be. But it's almost like a coaching mentality. The coaches of most of the people who are winning the Olympics aren't the best, but they know their stuff. That's what I like to think. I like to think I know my stuff to get you there. And the evidence is there. That's why that kind of stuff is what really rocks me. You know, that's the stuff that really rocks me. It doesn't make me laugh. It just makes you take it all in. And that's the fucking awesomeness about it. And that is one example of the people I know from the channel who have come to me and said, you know what? I took what you did in WoW and the way you say that it relates to real life. WoW is just a game. It's possibly the most disgusting thing I ever hear. No game lasts a decade. I don't invest as much emotion into most things as I do into when I'm playing WoW. I don't rage as much as anything as I do in WoW. I don't rage hardly ever. I'm so fucking laid back it annoys Emma. We might be under massive stress. Like yesterday, I wasn't overly concerned. If we had to cancel things, I would have lost over £1,000 yesterday if I would have cancelled everything. Because I'd already bought the tickets and planes and stuff like that for the guys. That I paid for that. It came from me. I paid for that and it came from the channel. And, you know, I would have lost all that. But you got to accept these things and move on. I always say, whatever your problem is, put it to the side, try and fix it. It's no good worrying about the problem now. Forget about it. And that's the kind of shit that really takes me aback. It really does. Okay, so that's the emotion preach for today. Not much WoW stuff. I'm going to go and take Ben to puppy class. But I needed to come on today. I wasn't going to do a daily. This won't appear on YouTube. It was just because it's not WoW related or content related. I don't just put stuff up to try and earn revenue. It's the thank you I might put it up actually without adverts. I think that's the best thing to do because a lot of people won't watch it live. They'll watch the thing after. So it's the thank you. I don't know how to express it. I really don't. But you've saved us. You've absolutely saved us. And on Saturday, I'll have Ghost with me. Remember the web show? The web show is on Saturday, 8 PM. It's our final web show before we go to Gamescom. And the web show after that, have I got a busy 2 weeks or what? So we're going to go web show on Saturday. We're in Germany Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh no, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're in Germany. And I've still got some stuff to announce about Germany yet, which I obviously couldn't announce previously. And I can't really announce now because it's all a bit secretive. But I will be announcing some more stuff about Gamescom. Then when we get back on that Saturday, it's the 1 year anniversary of the channel on that Saturday. So there's a lot to do. I don't know if it'll be a major blowout. I'm kind of exhausted. But we'll see what we can do for that and maybe rested up by then. Thank you so much, guys. Fucking, that's to everybody out there. You fucking take it easy, guys. And I will see you. I will see you tomorrow for a fun and Friday daily preach where I will tell you a story about nice things. I'm going to tell you a big story tomorrow. So if you want to tune in on Friday, everything's back to normal. See you later, ballers.